What's going on, guys? Another day, another episode. I was starting off with some pre. Lovely. This.
So after that vile first sip of pre, and I mean vile, that was so grainy, mixed with a bit more water after that, I jumped into my workout. It was a back and chest day. Obviously, you know how it is on back and chest day. Actually seems to love the pulleys, but this one's a bit more involved. But all in all, it was quite a good workout. I smashed it out in about 50 minutes.
What's up, guys? Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take you through my morning prep routine. First of all, we're going to make the drink. Just roll up a lime. Nice and easy. I need a knife, and this is the only thing I cut because everything else is already prepped. So I'm just going to cut it on the counter. Everyone's going to be like, why are you cutting it on the counter? But it's alright because I'm not going to cut the actual counter. So I just want to cut this into quarters, and this is going to make my water for the day a bit more flavourful. Right. Try not to cut over my fingers. Right. So obviously this is my 2 litre bottle. I need to drink this a day. And then usually with the pre-workout in the morning, this, I also have a coffee. By the time I drink all that, I'm quite hydrated for the day. So break the limes. I'm going to chuck them in there. Try not to squeeze them all over the counter. So this bottle I got for Christmas off Nikita, but I think they're fairly cheap. I don't think they're like anything too expensive. It's quite a thin plastic bottle, but it's honestly ideal. I love this bottle. I've been using it every day since I got it. Right, got a bit of lime juice on my hands, so quickly rinse that off. Cool. Right, so then mineral water. I only drink mineral water if I can. I don't drink tap water. I used to drink tap water, but when I met Nikita, she kind of put me onto bottled water. And then through all this exercise journey, I've kind of realised bottled water is really the one. Little tip if you're doing this, make a little whirlpool and it'll go way quicker. Obviously it's a 2.2 litre bottle, so by the time I put the limes in, it fills up perfectly to the top. Brush that up for the bin later. Right, so that's my drink done. We'll do lunch now. So lunch, obviously I got my, I explained it yesterday in a bit more detail. If you want the actual recipes, they're all from the Joe Wicks books. Obviously I've got my chorizo chicken here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a bit of this mozzarella. It's half a ball of mozzarella, just from Lidl. I'm just going to break this up and get this on top. So what he says in his books is after a workout, we're looking for a carb heavy meal. And then through the rest of the day, we're kind of looking for a reduced carb meal. It's unhealthy, you know. Try and get some nice produce. Obviously, try and stay away from anything factory made if we can help it. I think the only thing that really is processed is going to be the ham in the breakfast. And the bread isn't homemade, but obviously making bread without a bread maker, I cannot be asked to do that. Bit of a mission. So, yeah. That's quite a lot of mozzarella. So, I'll save that a little bit. Rinse my hands yet again. Put this part away. So obviously we have cheese, but we only really eat mozzarella and feta at the minute because it's a bit better for you. Right. So once I've done that, I need to find the pine nuts to put on top, which are here. So I'm using the Ninja knife set with the sharpener and the stand. They're really high quality knives in my opinion for what I've had in the past. I know a lot of you might be like, oh, well, they're not actually that high quality, but usually I've been using like just cheap knives, but having an actual proper knife set with a knife sharpener makes the world of difference to me. Right, I'm just going to fold over the end like that. Pop that in there. So now we've got our mozzarella and our pine nuts on there. Give it a little shake down. And that is my lunch. So we're going to have that with my beetroot brownie. So that can all go there. Get myself a fork. That's lunch sorted. Right, now on to breakfast. So the breakfast obviously is my carb heavy meal. If you're working out in your evenings, you might have your carb heavy meal after for dinner. But because I work out in the mornings, I have to have it in the morning. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a bit of bread. So this one isn't from the Joe Wick book, but he done a club sandwich in it, and it kind of gave me and Nikki the idea to do just our own club sandwich. It is very similar, but it's got a slight twist to it. I do really recommend reading the books. This is now my second week eating his recipes, and honestly, I feel so much better, so much more energy. So yeah, right. So this is just a nice, easy egg salad. I'm just going to put a bit of that on the bottom piece. And that can go back in the fridge. Obviously, all of our week's meals are prepped. We've got 3 shelves in the fridge. So it's like top one's breakfast, middle one's lunch, bottom one's dinner. Makes it nice and easy. Obviously with the sandwiches, I'm just prepping them every day in the morning, but we've got everything just cut up into nice little pots. So now I'm just going to go on with some tomatoes. I don't want to go insane with the tomatoes because they're quite watery. It makes the sandwich a bit of a nightmare to eat. Right, so now we've done that, they can go away. Right up there. So I've got mayo, I've got normal mayo, but I'm only going to do a tiny bit of mayo in this slice anyway. There'll be a little bit more in the next one. So I got this ham from the Polish shop near me. That's the nicer one. So on the egg one, I'll put this one because this one isn't as nice as that one, but it's still quite nice. I quite like this ham. It's better than anything I get in Tesco's really, or something like that. Plus they slice it for you. So they just have loads of blocks. And you can just pick, oh, I want that one sliced for me, and they'll slice it for you. Right, so that's the first level done. Obviously there's quite a lot of bread in this. This is quite a carb heavy meal. So now I'm just going to put a bit of mayo on this slice of bread. Just because otherwise it's quite a dry sandwich. I know mayo ain't the healthiest, especially when it's not a homemade mayo, but I eat quite healthy anyway. So it doesn't matter too much to me that there's something slightly unhealthy because 90% of my diet is actually very healthy. So obviously we've done the lettuce already into leaves, into a little tub. So I can just put that on there. That can go back in my fridge. Next up we've got some gherkins. So I've sliced these already, obviously, as well. So really, this morning, it's only just assembling. And as you can see, it hasn't taken me too long. We're almost done here. So I'm not the biggest fan of gherkins. I quite like them, but I don't love them. So I'm not going to go crazy with the gherkins. But then this nice ham, I'm just going to put a couple of slices on because the slices are a lot smaller. So each of these, we went in and we just asked for 400 grams. Pick 2 hams. and that was that. They put them in these. They do cheeses as well. They do quite nice cheeses. So if you ever wanted sliced cheese or anything, sliced ham, we always go there and get that. But yeah, I'm gonna put my slice of bread on, well, a little bit of man, and then my slice of bread on top. And that'll be my club sandwich made. And this is the finished product. So I've got my breakfast, I've got my water, I've got my microphone, I've got my lunch, and I've got my snack, all ready for work. Work was installing the fire alarm, so pretty easy. I was with someone all day, so that was quite nice, because usually I work by myself. After that, got home, had some dinner, because I was hungry at this point. Obviously, dinner's banging, said that yesterday, but I'm going to say it again, because it was. And then I made myself a little coffee, bit of a cheap coffee today, added a scoop of hot chocolate, and then I done some reading. So if you're wondering why I was standing up when reading, I was literally falling asleep. And usually when I'm not even falling asleep, I start falling asleep at the end of my reading. So today I was like, I need to stand up and read, otherwise I'm going to fall asleep. I even felt myself falling asleep on the wall a little bit, just waiting for that coffee to kick in, but we got through it. And we're getting to the end of this book now. It's been a bit of a slug through the end of it. We're getting there. And then, obviously, after that, I took little Archie for a walk, because it was that time for her. She needed to be walked. So that's what I done. So when we got back, I actually managed to get a clip of her going mental. Usually it's quite hard to get these clips because it's quite warm in the flat, so she don't usually do it, especially this time when we've got the heating on in winter. But she is adorable when she does it, so I'm quite grateful that I got this clip for you guys. So now I know this food does not look appetizing at all. Well, it's not meant to be because it's actually dinner. So I whip this up for her after she's got her appetite from that walk, and then on to some work. Right, guys. So after all that work, you know what we're doing now. We're doing some more work. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going with the Hamilton Smith Instagram page, and we're going to find a bit of a plan together what we're going to do with that page, because it's a fairly large company at the minute, and we can just do whatever we want with that page. That's completely our page, so we can brand the company how we want, obviously with their logo, with their color scheme, but we can try out what tactics we need, we can try out all the different things, and we're not going to have any backlash from customers saying the strategies ain't working or they don't want to use this strategy. So we're going to do a few tests. I'm going to get a few strategies down, and we're going to try it on that page. We might even get to a point where we're going to set up multiple pages, so I have a couple that we can do different strategies on. But for now, we're just going to focus on this one, and I'm going to give myself about an hour just to go through, and we're going to make some notes, and we're going to do some research, and I'm just going to try and get a plan in action, what's going to happen. So I'll keep you updated, show you the process I'm going through. Right, guys, so I've got a bit of a strategy together now. We've done a bit of research. Probably took me like half an hour. I watched 3 videos just to like give me a bit of insight into things people might say. Just some newer videos of 2024. Obviously, I've done a bit in the past, but I wanted to like get some information in my head before the plan, get me thinking. And yeah, so we looked at some competitors as well, and I'm going to read through what I've jotted down in my little notes. So first thing I said, your content is never good. It's always analytics, not what you think, because you'll always think your content is good where it might not be. Obviously, competitor analysis. So I've seen the ones where it's a bit of a meme video. Subtitles in the video. I've done like this little square. There you go, you can see it. So these will be the subtitles, these will be the video, and then there's just a bit of text up there. So I thought something like that, maybe every now and again we can do that. It needs to provide value, obviously. So lives are very good. So what we can do in a live is we can run a live, and when we talk about a certain topic, there'll be a spike, and them spikes then we can edit into more short form content and then post that on the page. And then obviously I've done a little bit more of 2 posts that we're going to do now. So we're going to have a little photo with like a heading and just like a little bit of writing. And then I'm going to go on the website, I'm going to get some Hamilton Smith reviews, and we're just going to do like a little box with the company name, and then underneath the address and just a review. We put how many stars they gave us, because I think there's a fair amount of views on the online web page and on Google. So we'll take all them, we'll make them into some posts. That'll be some easy content. We'll get a template made for that, and then go from there. So I'll start doing a bit of editing. I'll show you guys. Right, guys. So what we've done is we've gone ahead and we've just created the review template. It's nice, simple, nice and easy to read, and I've got all the reviews into this template. So we have about 5 of them. I just done the 5-star ones, and they can all be scheduled for this week. So guys, what I've done now is I've posted these order stories. So they're now on highlights on the reels, all the reviews. And then every 3 days we now have a post. Obviously weekends are excluded because it's not a business day on the weekend, but hopefully that's a good start. And then we can start to fill some of these blank spaces with the other posts we create. We get a bit of a feel of what posts work better and all that sort of stuff. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to research a bit more because I don't really have time to create more templates and do more posting and all that sort of stuff. So tomorrow we're going to try and get the other posting done. We're not going to watch videos. We're going to jump straight into the templates, get them up on the uploads, and then we can actually write a bit of a strategy plan for the next day. Right, guys. So when I realised the time, I didn't actually watch another YouTube video. I actually uploaded the video of my scheduled posts and a little picture of the template on TikTok on my media account, Instagram on my media account, as one of the clients we're working with. So as the Hamiltons one scribe, we're going to document what we're doing that so they can go to the other accounts. We can have loads of content all across the board. But I'm going to call it here because I'm going to have to edit this video. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you in a bit.